So first trick is to square a number. So suppose if you want to square a number which is close to 50, for example 49 square. So all you have to do in this case is take 25 and subtract 1 from it. So 25 minus 1 is equal to 24, and then take square of 1, that is equal to 1. So that is your answer. Again, if you do 45 square, so in this case 25 minus 5 is 20, and 5 square is 25. So your answer is equal to 205. So this is not a magic, so we can talk about how we came to this formula. So it's very easy. So what I'm doing is that for 49, suppose I'm saying 50 minus 1 whole square, or in that case that will be equal to 2500 plus 1 square minus 100. So as you can see, this is where the 25 comes from, and this is where the square come from. So similarly, if I'm doing a square of 45, then what I'm doing is I have 2500 plus 5 square minus 500. So you can see that I'm in a way subtracting 5 from 25 and then adding 5 square in the end. So again, let's take an example. If I have to do 52 square, then in this case it will be 27, and 2 square is 4, so it will equal 2704. So this is a handy trick. So if you remember this a plus b square in your mind, then you can come up with this squares very fast. So trick 2 also originates from trick 1. Again we are taking a square, so instead of taking a square close to 50, now we are taking a square close to 100. So suppose we are taking a square of 101. So how will we go about this formula? So all we have to do in this case is, let's take the example. It's 100 plus 1 square, right? Or we can, so what we are doing is 10,000 plus 1 square plus 200, right? So in same thing, if we have 100 plus 3 square, then that will be equal to 10,000 plus 3 square plus 600, right? So what we are doing here is, when we have to take 101 square, what we have to do is add 1 into 2 at this point, so that will be 102, and then take 1 square, that will equal to 1 here. So the answer is 10201. So again, if I have to take 103 square, so what we are doing all is saying 103 into 2 is 6, and 3 square is 9, so 10609. So this is what we have from here. So you can see the 6 goes here and 3 square goes here, right? So let's so if you practice with this squaring, then you can do the calculations very fast. For example, now if you have to do 107 square, so that will be equal to 114 and 49, right? So 49 is the square and 14 is 7 into 2, and then we have 1 here, right? And we can do this calculation even when we have a number less than 100. For example, if we have 97, then instead of adding 3, uh, uh, we are subtracting it. So for example, now we have 3 into 2 is 6, so we subtract 6 from 100, that will be 94, and then add a square of 3, that is 9. So answer will be 9409. So again we can look at it here. It says 97 7 is equal to 100 minus 3 whole square, right? And that will be equal to 10,000 plus 3 square minus 600. So here now we are subtracting the 6 from the 100 and then adding 3 square in that, and that's what I've done here. So if you remember this conversion, then you can remember this kind of a plus b square in your mind, and then it's very easy when you do these calculations, and you can quickly remember this, and once you practice it, then it will be easy for you. So now let's go to trick number 3. I'm combining trick 3 and 4 because the concept is same, but the numbers I choose are different. For example, now suppose if you have to multiply two numbers, suppose 101 and 104. So these numbers are close to 100. So if I have to multiply these two numbers, I can use this approach of a plus b and then into a plus c, right, where a is 100. So suppose a 100 plus b and then into 100 plus c, where b is 1 and c is 4. So what I'm doing here is I have 10,000 plus 100 into b plus c plus bc. So remember this formula. So here it's very easy. So when you have to multiply these two numbers, what I say is 1 and then say 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, so 0 5, and 4 into 1 is equal to 0 4. So the answer is 10504. So I don't have to do all this calculation if I can remember how I did this, and if I can remember this in the mind. Again, if I have to multiply 104 by 103, then that will be equal to 107 and 12. So 07 comes from 4 plus 3 and 12 comes from 4 into 3, right? So this is again a very handy formula. So if we do same thing for a number less than 100, for example 98 into 97, in this case what we'll do is we say this is 2 less than 100, so it's 2 and into 3, that is equal to 6, and 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So the answer will be 95 and 06. So that should be our answer. Again, you can see that it's 100 minus 2 into 100 minus 3, and here we have 10,000 minus 5 into 100 plus 6, right? So I added the 6 and I subtracted the 5 instead of adding the 5 if it would have been more than 100. So this is how we go about multiplying the numbers. So now trick number 4. The trick number 4 also originates from the trick number 3, but here we are using 10 instead of 100. So again, if I multiply 12 and 13, then in this case it will be equal to 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, and 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So I'll say 156. That is my answer. So here I'm not adding the 0 because 10 is has only one 0 in it. Before, when I was multiplying by 100, then I was adding a 0. So again, if I have 14 into 12, then that will be equal to 1. 4 plus 2 is 6 and 4 into 2 is 8, so that is 168. So that's your answer. So that was trick number 4. Welcome to trick number 5. Say these are your hands and we number these hands to be. So suppose if you have to multiply a number 9 by 5, So all you have to do is 1 2 3 4 5. Look at the 5 and then say 4, and then you have 5 numbers here, so it's equal to 45. Did you see there were 4 fingers here and 5 here? So it's now if we have to multiply by 9 into 2, then in this case it will be equal to 1 2. So we mark the 2 and we say 1 on this side, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so that will be equal to 18. Again, if we do 9 into 7, that will be equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we have 6 fingers on this side and 3 fingers on the other side, so that will be equal to 63. So this is so trick number 6 is about squaring a number which end with 5. For example, if we have to square 25, so here we take 2 and multiply it with its increment. 2 into 3, that is 6, and then we add 25 in the end, so that is your answer. Again, if we have to do 35 square, so that will be equal to 3 into 4, that is 12, and then 25 in the end, so that is your answer. How does it I come up with this formula? So again, let's say here if we have to say 25 square, then that will be equal to 20 plus 5 square, and that's equal to 400 plus 25 uh, 200, right? So we can take the 5 square on the other side, so we have 400 plus 200 plus 5 square, right? So in a way, if we take the 2, look at the 2 here, so what we have again is 2 into 200 plus 100 plus 5 square. So you can see here that we have 2 into 2 plus 1 into 100 plus 5 square. So that is what I was doing previously, that what I said is that if you have a number, then you take the first digit and multiply it by its increment and then add 25 in the end, so that is the 25 which is in the end. So for example, if we have 45 square, then that will be equal to 40 plus 5 whole square, right? And that will be again equal to 1600 plus 4 into 5 is 20, and that will be 400 plus 5 square, so that is the 5 square is our 25 in the end. And then here we can see it's 4, and then we have 400 plus 100 plus 5 square, so that will be equal to 4 into 4 plus 1 into 100 plus 5 square. So again, if you have to square of 45, all I will do is 4 into 4 plus 1, that is equal to 4 into 5, that is what is 4 into 5 is 20, and then 25, so that is the answer. So similarly, if you have to do 55 square, so that will be equal to 5 into 6, so 5 into 6, that is equal to 30, and then 25 in the end. So that is how you go with this calculation. So if you remember this, then it's very handy, and it's very quick to do such kind of squares. So our trick 7 is about multiplying the number by 11. So for example, if I have 4 1 2 1 4 and I want to multiply it by 11, then what I'll do is, you can see that if I want to multiply these numbers, so 4 1 2 1 4 and multiply by 11, So the formula is 4 1 2 1 4, and then 4 1 2 1 4. The answer will be 4 5 3 3 5 4. So instead of doing this calculation, I can directly do this calculation here. So I just write the first digit, and then I add 4 in plus 5, 4 plus 1, that is 5, and then 1 plus 2, that is 3, 2 plus 1, that is 3, and 1 plus 4, that is 5, and then I add 4 in the end. So that is your answer. So again, so if you remember this way, then it's much faster. For example, now again takes another example. If I have 1 2 3 1 2 4, and I want to multiply 11, so what I will do is 4, then 4 plus 2 is 6, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 2 is 5, and 2 plus 1 is 3, and then 1 in the end. So that is the answer. Again, if I have 1 2 1 2 2 4, and I want to multiply by 11, so here I'll say 4, then 4 plus 2 is 6, 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, and then 1. So that is the answer. So this is the way you multiply by 11. So now here I will also talk about trick number 8. So here, instead of multiplying by 11, I multiply by 12. So example, if I have 1 2 1 2, and I want to multiply by 12, so you can see that if I multiply by 12, the way is to first multiply by 2. So 2 into 2 is 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 2 into 4, 2 1s are 2, and here I have 2 1 2 1. So I have 4 4 5 4 1, right? So how will I do in this case? So instead of doing this calculation, I'll say, so I take 2 and multiply by 2, so that is equal to 4. Then I take the first the second number, that is 1, right? So I multiply 1 by 2, and then add the 2, so I'll say 4. So again I multiply the 1 by 2, and then added the next digit. So then the next number is 2, so I multiply 2 by 2 and add the 1, so that will be equal to 5. And then again then I'm done with this number, so I have 1 left. So I'll say 1 into 2 plus So instead of doing all this calculation, I can do it quickly like this. I show you here. So now we have 2 into 2, that will be equal to 4. So I multiply this 2 by this 2, that is 4. And then for the second number I have 1, so I multiply 1 by 2 and then add the 2 into it, so the previous 2, so that will be equal to 4. So I have 4 here. Then the next number is 2, so I say 2 into 2, and then here I have 1 on the right, so I add 1, so that will be equal to 5, so I add 5 here. Then the next number is 1, so I say 1 into 2 plus the number on the left, that is 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4, so I will say 4 here. And then I have nothing left, so I will say 1 in the end. So I don't know why I done the here. So that is your answer. So let's try it again. So if I have 1 3 2 1 and I want to multiply by 12, so in this case I have 1 into 2, that is 2. I took this one, then I go to this number, so I say 2 into 2 plus number on the left, that will be equal to 5, so your answer is 5 here. Then I go to the other number, so this is 3 into 2 plus number on the left, that is 2, so that will equal to 3 into 2 is 6 plus 2 8, so your answer is 8 here. And then you go to the next number 1, so say 1 into 2 plus number on the left, so that will equal to 2 plus 1 3, 2 into 2, 2 into 1 is 2 plus 3, that is 5. I'll say 5 here and then 1 in the end, so that is your answer. So let's see if this is correct or not. So I say 1 3 2 1 and I multiply by 12, so that is 2 4 6 1 and 1 2 3 1, it will give me 2 5